Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Fine. What about you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, guys. Today we met a very, very famous American jazz vocalist right here, and his name is Kevin Mahogany, and we are right here in Moscow, and I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, okay. Let's start. You are considered one of the best jazz men in all the world. Does that title satisfy you completely?
Well, it satisfies me, yes, because just to be considered one of the best, considering how many others there are out there, it's nice to know. So I'm pleased with that, yes.
But maybe you would like to be the best jazz man in the world or something else?
Well, that's always something to strive for, is to be the best. So I don't think there's any such thing as perfection, so you just try and come as close to it as possible.
Okay, everyone knows that before you became your career as a vocalist, you've been a nice player on piano, clarinet, and saxophone. Do you have an instrument you would like to learn how to play on?
Well, that's a tough one. Something I'd like to play. I'd like to be able to play bass guitar.
I'm learning to play the bass guitar.
Okay.
And actually, if you would like, I would give you a couple of lessons.
Well, maybe we can do that. Yeah, I need to do the same. I have an electric bass at home. I used to have a studio at my house. So I have all the instruments, drums, pianos, basses, electric and acoustic, and so yeah. So we'll maybe someday we'll jam together.
Well, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I had a dream learning how to play slap.
Ah,
But
okay.
on my bass, I can't do anything.
Not yet. Not on that kind of bass. No, you have to have an electric with a really strong neck.
That is why I am. I think it is pity.
Yeah, but this will be a good bass for you to learn on. You just need right now. You need to learn the notes and everything, and then as you get when you get older, you can buy one of those basses where you can. Yeah.
Well, maybe. That's not the subject we should talk right now about because maybe I will grow up and be a scientist, a policeman.
That's right. Exactly. That's the advantage of it. You can have all of that, but music is also very good to have in your background. It's always good to have the arts, whether it's music or drama or theater or painting. It's always good to have arts in your background.
Do you have any phobias?
Phobias? Well, I'm afraid of heights, extreme heights, not like on top of the stage, but, really high. But that's, right now, I think that's about it.
Well, it's great. I have at least two phobias, and you have just one, and I think you are better than me in that area. Well, you've visited lots of cities. Which one is your favorite?
Well, when you travel so much, wherever you perform, it becomes your favorite because the people are always nice to you and they take care of you and hopefully they enjoy what you do. So there's no one that I can say is over all of them. I just like to travel and visit all of them as much as possible.
Do you have an idol?
Do I have an idol?
Yes.
No, I really can't say I do. I have a lot of people that I respect and a few that I would still like to meet, but I've met some of them, like John Hendricks, who's an incredible jazz vocalist and vocalese and writer. And I think I would like to meet like Al Jarreau. He's one of my favorites. But I've been lucky enough to meet George Benson, who's also one of my favorites. So it just kind of depends on who I've had a chance to meet so far.
Well, do you have a person? Did you have a person when you were younger, when you were just learning? Did you have a person which you admired, which you loved, which was your idol and the full meaning of this word?
Well, I had a lot of them that I followed and wanted to learn and wanted to emulate. And I've just been lucky enough to meet a lot of them as I've gotten older. So not so much anymore do I have idols.
Now please try to answer the next question with all your attention because it's the most important question for me.
Okay.
What would you advise to a young man like me if he would ask you suddenly how to get fans, primarily among girls?
Well, first off, as a musician, you have to be very good at what you do. You have to practice and work at it very hard because when you do that, you become more popular. And as you become more popular, then people want to be with you and around you. And so that's how that works for a musician. Just their popularity, even as a sideman, even as the bass player or the drummer, any one of them, as they work harder and become very good at it and become in demand as a musician, then other people will also come to him, including women.
Do you listen to any other music besides jazz?
Never know where you will get inspiration from. So you have to listen to all styles. There was a band a few years ago here in Moscow that I bought their CD called Tetris. And there's there's bands everywhere that I try and get their CDs and listen to them when I go back home.
It is not a secret that you are a lover of social networks. Do you have an addiction to it?
No, I don't have an addiction to them. Usually I use social networks when I'm on the road because usually, like now, I'm on the road and I'm by myself. So this is my way to communicate with my friends and fans as well wherever I'm at.
After the interview, I'll ask your channel on Twitter or something else. What is the most exciting moment in your life?
Most exciting moment in my life? I don't know. It varies. You know, most of the time it's usually have been performances. I mean, I performed in Brazil to, I don't even know how many people. I think somewhere around 400,000 people in one concert. You know, outdoors. It was incredible. And same thing in Canada. I performed before huge audiences of 50, 60,000 people. And to have that many people not only wanting to hear your music, but applauding afterwards, accepting you as a musician is a great feeling.
I also have a dog.
Okay.
And what breed a dog of yours?
Mine is a Basenji.
Didn't hear about it,
I
but actually
know.
it's my fault.
Basenjis are actually dogs. They're from Africa, and they're called the barkless dogs because they don't bark. They make a yodel sound, so they'll go, oh.
I would like to have a dog like that because our Labrador screams like a wild, and it's actually annoys neighbors even more than me with my bass.
Yeah. Well, no, we had 3 of them, and they're perfect because they're very quiet. Only time they get excited like that and make that noise was usually around dinner time. Other than that, they'd just be very quiet.
And our Labrador won't shut up until I'll give him a piece of bread, or not me.
Yeah, that's. But I've seen your dog, James Brown. Yes.
Yes.
But he's a nice one. He's a good dog.
Yes, he's very kind dog.
Good. That's what you need. Yes.
Well, maybe, but actually there is a saying that a dog is just like its owner, its master.
That's right.
So I guess if I am his master at some point, then he's just like me.
Yes.
It's not a compliment to myself.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, because it's just a part of your personality, though, not the whole thing. So that means you can still be gentle, but still have another side as well.
And what if you could restart your life, reload it? Whom would you become right now?
I would be me.
And you don't want to be a politician, a scientist, no?
No, I'm happy with what I believe things work out the way they're supposed to, and I'm happy with things how they've worked out so far.
That's cool. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yes.
Shaking
Shake
hands.
hands at the end of the interview. There you go. Okay, I understand.
God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own.